You could do Phantom Lancer as well.
That's true.
I think
PL is
that's
actually
one
pretty
of the
good
heroes that
here.
wasn't nerfed. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Terrorblade against the Mars. It's not a great matchup just because the arena's on
turn to pick.
one side. They
Mirana.
grab the
Dire's
Marana
turn
and they
to
pick
pick.
the Kunkka alongside. So they're gonna wait until the last pick before picking up their KI. It does give them like a couple opportunity. Actually, it's probably going to be last pick KI, but we've seen Boris run Silencer in position 1 before.
That is true. We have seen it. It could happen, Neff. It could happen. But
It could happen.
Kunkka Marana, super strong combo, something that we've seen, I'd say quite a bit of. Obviously, the X Torrent into Arrow, very easy to set that one up. Not a lot of counters to it. You can actually pick the Ember Spirit into this.
I'm saying the Ember, I don't really think it's that good against the Kunkka, man. End up taking a lot of harass. The Tidebringer absolutely owns you. He's able to like stand his ground and click you down. I don't know.
This is just Analog playing one of his favorite heroes, is what it is, I think.
Yeah.
Because Analog is very good on the Ember Spirit, but into Kunkka Marana Silencer, like this seems like a miserable game for an Ember. Like if they just X you, they might just global and to guarantee that you die.
Yeah.
So
the global's gonna mess you up. You're gonna be forced to buy a lot of time when you're against a silencer, any hero that like builds an early orchid or has some sort of science, you're forced to build a Yule Scepter or Ember Spirit. And that's pretty far away from the items you normally want to go.
Especially since Spirit Vessel this game is really good.
Yeah. But they're gonna keep banning out carries. They're not crazy about picking up a potential Terrorblade against the Mars, so they ban it out themselves. They gotta have something in mind here. But again,
I think
RDO,
it's Luna, honestly.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
They're always gonna have 2 more opportunities to ban heroes out. I mean, Luna's
5
probably
seconds.
about as good as it's going to get here.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Oh yeah, Ursa. Forget that hero exists sometimes.
So it wouldn't have been bad.
The Phantom Lancer's still in, like you talked about. I think that's probably something they need to deal with on Hokori. I don't think you can like PL through with your current lineup.
You would struggle to deal with him quite a bit. I don't think Ember Spirit's that great deal with the well, you've got like some AoE damage, but the game goes on. It's gonna be fucked. They banned out themselves on 2-base though. Okay. I don't know, man. Maybe they are planning on running the Silencer position 1. Why would you get rid of so many carries? This is crazy.
I want to see him mix it up, man. I'm all for it. Send Boris onto the Silencer and see what they do. Last ban here from Hokori. I mean, you do have to ban a carry. You can't just like hope they go Silencer core.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I think you go, okay, if they go Silencer core, whatever. You're not really concerned about that. Instead, you're concerned about what carry is going to make your game the most miserable. I think
it's the troll, honestly. I think you still ban the troll. It's the hero doesn't feel that good into the Wyvern, but it's just way too good into the Mars lane.
I don't know. I wouldn't be that concerned about the Troll Warlord. I think like they do end up losing. As long as they pick a hero that's decent against Troll afterwards, and they do have last pick here on Hokori.
I mean, which heroes left from the carry role are good against Troll? There's not a lot.
That's true. There's not much in the pool to begin with. I mean, Spectre's in the pool. You could just ban that one out on Hokori. He did get hit by a nerf, but you've got heroes in the backline that Spectre would like to jump. The Winter Wyvern, the Rubik. Like maybe you get rid of that one. Leave it to the Faceless Void instead. I'm not. I don't think that's what they were going to grab, man.
Yeah, I wasn't really set on a like Faceless Void doesn't seem that good for either team right now. So
when your cores are Kunkka and Dawnbreaker, like 2 melee heroes that can't really do damage to the Chronosphere.
Oh like, wow! I didn't even realize that this was core Dawnbreaker.
It's probably core Dawnbreaker.
It's the Luna.
But yeah, you were right. It was the Luna.
It's the one that makes it's something Boris plays a lot. Like this is something that he's super comfortable on, and it's just a safe pick into the Mars lane. Like you can go with like a lot of heroes that are direct counters but aren't as good for the game, like heroes like Troll Warlord, like very good into the Mars lane but not good into the Winter Wyvern. And I think Luna is just more stable here. So
yeah, well, we'll see. It could be they could mix things around with who's position 3. I know position 3 Silencer was popular for a little while, but I think it's more likely to be the Dawnbreaker. But 10 seconds left here for Hokori. What do they grab? What do they grab?
Give me a sniper.
Sniper wouldn't be bad.
Drow. Okay, so similar effect. I was like, you just need something that does damage from range at this point, and you're looking really strong.
Here we go. Ben Jazz on the Dawnbreaker.
I like it. I mean, both teams have a pretty good draft. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Hokori with the last pick Drow Ranger here. I think this is a really good Drow game. Just in general, a hero of that type here is really strong. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Sleeping TOOBASED, though, does have a lot of catch and a lot of team fight potential with the Silencer's global silence. So if they can bring it all together in a fight, I think their team fight is really good.
Yeah, I very much like the Halloween-themed Drow Ranger that RDO's rocking, by the way.
I mean, he's only wearing the hat and the corset. Oh, he's wearing the leggings, too. He's got the hat, the corset, the leggings, but he has the immortal cape and the immortal bow.
The bow's kind of got a witchy feel to it, though. You don't think so?
I mean, maybe because there's like red leaves on it, but there is definitely like the bow that comes with that set is a much more like witchy style bow. But that bow is just too beautiful. There's a lot of sparkles. And if there's anything I know about hats, you just equip the one with the most particle effects. Yeah. Especially when you're playing Phantom Lancer to lag out anyone who has a less impressive computer.
I need to start doing that. What's wrong? Didn't buy a $3,000 machine to play Dota? You gonna cry?
I think I remember talking to Sammy at one point, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I bought that like Aegis thing that swirls under your hero for PL, so that anytime he doppelgangers, there's a bunch of illusions, it just lags people out of the game. I was like, Jesus.
Anything to win, man.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's a good looking Drow set, though. Not as good. Oh, he's got the pumpkin quiver as well, which we couldn't see before. Okay, he's pretty much got the whole set except for the cape and the bow equipped, but
yep,
it's all right.
I like it. Stands out.
It was definitely one of the better sets that came out of last year's Dire Tide, which, by the way, Valve, I'm not sure if you realize, we're in November. Where's Dire Tide this year? What happened to our Halloween event we were supposed to get?
We're going to get Frostivus. Wait, were we supposed to get a Halloween event this year?
I mean, how do you just, like, bring back Dire Tide once? And then you're like, yeah, we're not doing it again. We'll see you in 7 years.
That's... Look, man, they're bringing back Frostivus next.
Oh, yeah, are they? Is that our fall event? Is going to be Frostivus?
Yeah.
It's more of a winter event. I don't know.
Dude, it's like a Christmas thing. I'd be happy if it ended like after New Year's. I don't know. Like start it now, end it after New Year's. You've got me pleased.
Didn't last year's Dire Tide literally start on like Hallows Eve? Didn't it like literally come out on October 30th or something?
Something like that, yeah. I don't remember the exact date. I just remember the wars and the buckets and running into AoE stack and getting owned like 2 or 3 games in a row.
I just remember people picking Shadow Shaman and Wind Ranger every single game and then zerging your bucket and all of your candy falls out last second and you cry. Like, yeah. I worked so hard for this candy and the big kid bullied me and took all my candy.
That's life. You can have the candy back and we're done with it. Okay, back on topic of this game though. Let's talk. There's no kills happening anymore. Let's talk mid matchup first. Mr. Jeans on this Kunkka. Kunkka is one of the most solid mid heroes right now. When you're playing a spirit hero against it, a lot of the time you're not gonna be able to get like that outplay or harass against it. They just have like too much passive healing, too much max HP for you to be able to like outplay and burst down. But Analog's doing decent for himself so far. Tied with him for CS though. Once he got a couple more points in the Tidebreaker, I think he's gonna struggle to stay inside this lane. So he probably wants to max out Flame Guard this game in order to move over to the jungle and clear out camps quicker.
It's also really good against the Kunkka because he has no way of breaking the Flame Guard, and you can just push this wave really quick and then back out to the jungle like you're talking about. And at that time, Mr. Jeans basically just can't contest him. He has to pretty much just give him the lane.
Yeah.
A couple of disconnects here, a little bit of lag, it seems, potentially.
Yeah, we can talk about the conversations in the lobby. I was saying that I was a big El Micho fan there, and El Micho's own teammate says Wiz is better than El Micho, which is kind of mean.
Oh, it's all right. I'm sure it was a joke, right?
I hope so. I'm happy to see Imperium playing on TOOBASED again after the short hiatus that he took, but it's probably can see everybody else just on a break. And I don't know, Flea, one of the TOOBASED players, playing on 4 Zoomers. All the cut players are gone. I don't know what happened to the cut. Like, that's a previously upper division team. By all means, they probably should have been invited to one of these tournaments, but I think they all just went their separate ways.
Yeah, they're just split onto a bunch of different teams.
You almost had that.
Man, I forgot about the cut. That was
Could you?
Well, I mean, it's not like I forgot, like I don't remember them. It's just like, I mean, they haven't been back since like the DPC ended. And they're just like, see ya, we're just done.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the state of all the NA teams right now. Hopefully things will reform after we get an announcement of what exactly the rules are going to be for the next DPC season. I want to see who's playing with who coming up.
I feel like those rules are going to be very important. Ooh, yep. Wow.
Ends up connecting with RDO, and he ends up going down.
Okay, that is surprising. I was gonna say I didn't really expect Drow to go down in this lane, but yeah, if you tank an arrow, that'll do it.
Yeah, Celestial Hammer slowed him enough for him to line up an arrow there as he's moving around the trees, ends up connecting it there on Wiz, then finished off there by the Starbreak. A lot of damage coming out from Dawnbreaker, so if they kind of stun from an arrow, you just die immediately. I don't think RDO would make that kind of mistake again. He moved away from the lane over into the trees there. As long as you're far back enough from the Dawnbreaker, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, Widge here on the Mirana, just trying to keep eyes on these other heroes. He was definitely looking to set up an arrow, but not going to find it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna about the DPC. You know, how soon do we need to get the information, you think, here from Valve? Because we got maybe 2 weeks before qualifiers.
Well, we know that it's on the 29th. Alliance ended up making that announcement. Probably within the next week. I think...
Never refuse go.
You think, what you said, exactly. Qualifiers are on the 29th? Or DPC starts on the 29th?
DPC starts on the 29th.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, aren't qualifiers supposed to be in literally 2 weeks?
I think so. Probably just sorting out who's going to be in charge of what still, because it happened so quickly after the international ended. Not a bunch of time.
Yeah, so. I'm surprised they wanted to go for a 3-season format, honestly. I would have expected them to just do a double season, put TI back at regular time. But
I want to manage a team next season.
I don't blame you.
Gardic gets gone on.
Yeah, great arrow there from Widge, setting up here another kill here. Looking good.
Imperium. They can't commit onto him though, because it's silent onto him, and he's not really in a position to land a Spear of Mars.
Ooh. Oh, that is a sad salve.
Yeah. What can you do?
El Micho knew it too. He's like, yeah, he's gonna walk over here and salve, but walks up a little bit too far this time. Takes a lot of damage. Fatality off the mark with that spear.
So they're gonna be just fine. El Micho's playing at pretty low HP here. He needs to just get back. I mean, if he lands another curse to silent off on,
he's gonna deny himself. Maybe he's actually gonna find treads on the courier. This is huge. Instead, actually, he's looking to come on over and find the kill onto Boris, which he might be able to. Telekinesis pulls him back. Boris goes down, and the courier holding those treads. Imperium will be able to find El Micho, but
he doesn't get the int.
He doesn't get the int. He died first.
Oh, no, no, no. It's a disaster for TOOBASED down here. He got everything on El Micho. The treads. He didn't get the ant. They lost both heroes. Vitaly down here at like full HP now. He's going to rush an armlet with this. Oh my god. All right, you're not off to a good start right now on TOOBASED.
That is rough. That is so rough. Like, it just, the amount that this Rubik just got out of this too, like, just not necessarily for himself, but the value that he just got out of those couple of kills. Like, Luna so close to the treads, now has to wait another 30 seconds before she can even send them out, and then still not losing the int there to Imperium.
Yeah.
That was a Giga Chad play if I ever seen one there by Elmisho.
That's why I'm an Elmisho fan now. This guy's probably one of my favorite SA players now.
We have watched him quite a bit over the last few months.
Balance.
Yeah, he's definitely improved.
Yeah, he's been playing really well.
Last 2 tournaments especially, I get more and more impressed. His Rubik, his Nyx Assassin one game as well was pretty crazy. I think they're gonna find Empyrean here.
Oh, well, Analog, not really where he wants to be. Throws double Remnant. Widge. Yeah, you're right. They did find Imperium.
Oh, ended up catching him up by the trees, tossed him back. He slowed up with God's Spear.
That is level 6 for the Mars. All right, coming in on the. My God, what's her name? I don't even remember. What is this hero's name? Dawnbreaker. That's right.
War Mommy.
I was like, I can't say War Mommy. I'll get made fun of.
Mummy, help! That's what you yell when you're getting ganked. Mummy, Solar Guardian, please.
Yeah.
The Solar Guardian ended up doing enough damage to heal up Boris there, so he managed to survive that arena. Very well. Nice quick reaction there. I'm sure Boris yelled Mummy.
It is a pretty great ability. It is very strong.
Yep. You're going to go top lane. Try to toss the hammer onto RDO, but slightly off the mark there.
Benjaz is #1 on net worth here at the 7-minute mark. I mean, I guess basically tied with his Kunkka, but that is scary.
Yeah, I mean, he's found the kills off onto the Draw Ranger and Gardic here. He ended up making a good rotation out of the bottom lane. Get a kill off onto a Tally. I mean, man's been owning, getting like a lot of CS down here as well. Yes, Draw Ranger's able to keep her distance, but she doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. So hopefully, at some point, Ember Spirits could be able to make some rotation, get kills off onto the Dawnbreaker. But again, Ember Spirit has like a single target damage issue. You're not going to be able to do quite enough to blow up his hero by yourself. And you got 1300 HP and 12 armor right now on Dawnbreaker. We're very difficult to bring down. Kunkka is going to be able to make a rotation in a lot of time before you get him.
Boris out just in time. Imperium as well. All right. They read it well. Or maybe they just have a ward. They do just have a ward. Mr. Jean's making his way up to the top lane. They do have vision of him as well, so.
Yeah, Gardic is just sitting as far back as he can, spamming out this Splinter Blast.
The thing with Dawnbreaker is, like, this hero is really strong with her spells, but she doesn't scale very well. Like, she doesn't really scale at all. Like, she just basically needs levels to use her abilities.
That's not true. I saw Tops and Scowl on Dawnbreaker at TI. It knocked Quincy Crew out of the game.
Oh, God. Wait, really?
You didn't watch that game?
No, dude. I didn't get to see most of the TI games.
Don't tell people that, especially not when you're casting.
Whoops.
Well,
hear me out. I watched
You're getting your tattoo that day.
I watched at least 5 TI games this year.
Fair enough.
At least 5.
I was forced to watch all of them. Beast Coast, they brought me into a dark room and put me in front of a television and just played the TI games on repeat and then asked me to do a show at the end of the day.
That sounds actually really fun. Top lane Gardic. X into boat. The boys are here. And I think they got the damage to finish him off pretty easily, but Vitali rotates in a big arena spear as well as Elmisho trying to show up. Doesn't have his ultimate quite yet. Benjaz just solar guarding in place to give that healing back over to Mr. Jeans, try and finish off, but Vitali still ends up going down. Double kill for the Dawnbreaker. Imperium stealing this int the whole time.
Now your offlaner is at 5.1k net worth here at 10 minutes into the game. This is obscene amounts of farm on Benjaz. This Jar Ranger pick did not end up working out, and you know, you just finished your armlet on Mars, and you couldn't get anything off of it. It's like the hero that was having a good lane ends up just getting shut down here. I don't think Analog's gonna be able to bring them back in this game. He's going for a Maelstrom, so like he's gonna be starting up slightly slower than he would otherwise be with this Orb of Corrosion build. So he's not gonna be able to assist in the same way. You'd see a lot of other Ember Spirits doing this tournament.
El Misho actually gonna punish Mirana here, I think. No, he's able to top himself off with that stick. I was like, he does have Celestial Hammer, which is a pretty large amount of damage that can come from this ability.
Yeah, you can throw them pretty far away. You Celestial Hammer in, you bring it back, and then you Fade Bolt them as you go in. You end up doing like 600 damage just with that alone.
I'm going to block the Ancients there.
He's going straight for an Aether Lens, so he won't be able to initiate from even further away. You mentioned Luna at the start of the game. You thought it was an amazing pick. He's moved over in the jungle. He didn't have the best time against the Mars, but he's already catching up in farm.
Yeah, it's a Luna with Mask of Madness, right? Possessed Mask, even to boot. She's going to have a great time farming up. Top lane, yeah, El Misho does end up finding Widge there with the combo we were talking about.
Yeah, and it didn't even get hit by like level 4 Fable. He doesn't have any points in Arcane Supremacy just yet, and still ended up doing like 500 damage. Pretty sick.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, Celestial Hammer is definitely a sick ability.
Yep.
Empyrean.
He's gonna hold on to that one for now.
Ooh, Ember walking right in, finds this silencer, debating about actually fighting. Oh, that would have been a sick rune steal if he got it.
Yeah.
I would have been impressed. Mid lane, X into the boat. Wait a minute.
Very off the mark there. Look at the confidence. I mean, they've got Winter's Curse. I think they just stalled this one out.
Yeah, they've got Arena, but there's going to be the Global Silence and an arrow to boot. Jeans now in a bad spot as Celestial, whatever, Hammer plus the Solar Guardian comes in. Vitali goes down. A lot of damage coming in from the Rubik, though, as well as this Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist spam. Doing some serious work.
Benjaz is sitting somewhat low here. I think Rubik gets in, they'll be able to finish him off.
Oh! Tries to dodge the arrow there with that Sleight of Fist, but if not enough, sniped by the Hammer. So they pick up another big kill there. The Draw Ranger, though, trying to clean this one up. Managed to get that kill onto Widge, but Imperium will be able to walk away.
Yep, RDO doesn't want to walk up the hill there. A little bit too dangerous diving Imperium under the tower, especially with Benjaz nearby. They couldn't quite finish him off, though. Again, this Dawnbreaker way too tanky. 1700 HP. And El Misho put himself a little bit too far forward, trying to pick that one up. Maybe if he had a single point into Arcane Supremacy, but he was just short of level 8 when he went down there. Got his Aether Lens now, though. He's going to be pretty crazy. I think he's going to move top lane, try to harass Luna, slow down his farm. Speaking of, looks like Ember Spirit's heading up there as well.
Yeah.
They're going to be a little bit too slow to get the grab on her, though.
I mean, farming-wise, Simply TOOBASED is looking really good. Top 3 of all of the net worth positions. And it's... I mean, the most surprising one is definitely going to be Benjaz here on this Dawnbreaker. You would not expect the Dawnbreaker to be first on net worth here 14 minutes into the game from the offlane position of all things. El Misho doesn't get the D-Ward here. Imperium's going to find the counter D-Ward. Analog looking to get aggressive, but Boat in the mid lane is going to catch onto the Mars. The X follows it up with the arrow. And that's the combo that's just always going to connect. And it's so scary to play against if you're out of position. Whoa, that is... All right. A nice kill by the Ember Spirit. I was worried I saw 3 remnants go in, but it was just 2. I like...
We call that one the NA Dota special.
Yeah.
3 remnants in, then just die afterwards.
That's your typical NA mid player, for sure. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Triple remnants and
damage,
instantly
no
dies.
Exit strategy, no math.
It looks cool, though.
It does. It's next level play. Wish to see where Analog is. This arrow's not going to connect, though. But yeah, Benjaz at the top of the network. He's just going to go straight BKB after the phase boot Soul Ring. And I like this. It's going to allow him to sit in the middle of these team fights. Like, it would be kind of neat going for like a Sanjin Yasha or something like that, just for the extra damage. But I think the
chest.
Well, it guarantees Solar Guardian, which is really important. Like, it guarantees the full duration on your Solar Guardian in these fights. Unless you are the winner's curse target, which is not going to be the case. They do not want a winner's curse there.
Also makes it impossible to pick you off of the Drow Ranger. Like, they've got Spear, Arena, Lift. You can just keep running a Drow in these fights. That's exactly what he's going to do.
It's like El Micho walked into danger over there.
Yeah. Yeah, BKB already completed now. Analog isn't going to want to do this. Nardio is going to be farming down the bottom lane. Again, almost 1,000 net worth ahead right now. The Luna ahead of Drow Ranger. And I think it's only going to continue to get worse as this game goes on. RDO's working on a BKB as well right now, but it isn't really going to save you from a ton of the Dawnbreaker. He's going to go for this Heaven's Halberd next. So yeah, that's his goal. Ben Jazz.
Oh, El Micho here in the mid lane. Does time the X into the boat perfectly, and we'll be able to get that first kill. The Arena, though, does come through. Catches Ben Jazz. His BKB still available. He will finally pop it. Solar Guardian just too late, though, as there's the winner's curse. Now Kunkka in a bad spot as RDO just dumping in the damage.
A lot of that was, it could have been negated just by popping the BKB slightly sooner, but I think he got a little bit too greedy with that one, so very heavily punished. They end up losing their top 2 net worth. Well, basically has managed to pull ahead, but 2 of their incredibly farmed heroes here, so gives them a little bit of breathing room, get back into this game here, and they grab the mid tower, so extra control of the map now.
That's a huge win. It really is. Like, that is a massive win.
They needed that pretty badly as well.
I just am surprised he didn't pull that BKB earlier, like you were saying. Like that's the whole reason you get it. A fight even can, like, as soon as the fight breaks out, just pop the BKB.
Or as soon as you see like the Arena come out, but the after the Arena came out, he didn't pop it. The Spear connected with him, and he ended up taking just way too much physical damage there while he was stunned. That's your main goal right now with the Dawnbreaker. You even like Solar Guardian there, I think was a little bit of a mistake. You just want to get on top of the Drow, throw the Celestial Hammer out, and like whack away at him while you've got your BKB active. So
they are going double halberd though. Jeans has his queued up. He's actually almost there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense against the Drow Ranger, but Ember Spirit I think is going to do a lot of the. Now he's going for the Yule Scepter. This is the problem that I had with the Emperor. He's going to fall off in damage, especially if he's forced to go like one item out of his way to deal with all the silences. And then if they just run at Drow Ranger and nobody can like do damage to the rest of the team, there's going to be no punish for it, and they're just going to completely melt. It's going to be like RDO gets run at. Hey guys, they were running at me. What happened the entire fight? Why isn't anybody dead? Well, we don't have damage without you.
It's true.
I'll take that.
But at the end of the day, they have been playing really well in these team fights that have broken out. So it's possible that Hokori, you know, just managed to turn the fights or find the initiations themselves. I don't mind Analog going for the Yules after that last fight because it really recovered his game. Like, he was basically second on net worth there for a moment. Well, we're gonna go ahead and see this ward actually kind of pay off. Boris pops his BKB, wants to turn around. El Micho, again, gonna be the target here for the side of Simply TOOBASED, and he will go down. In comes the Arena, but the Global Silence to counter it out. Perfectly timed as they bait out those spells. They get the D ward here on Imperium.
And Spear was slightly off the mark of the Kunkka there, so they're forced to disengage. The only person they lose there is Rubik, which isn't too bad, but you know, he's pretty farmed for a pause forward at the moment, so not great either. They keep the mid tower alive though. That's the most important part. They're still not able to make that rotation onto there, so extra map control, despite the fact you're at a net worth disadvantage, will be the way of Hokori. You need to keep putting the pressure on so you take fights on the other side of the map, or stall them out around the mid lane while Drow Ranger farms. Speaking of, still another 1,300 gold away from the BKB on the Drow. All right, Mr.
Got vision on Analog. X into the torrent, the arrow there. Not gonna connect. Vitali on the bottom side here does have that bull whip. He's gonna be just fine.
Yeah. I tried to torrent him, but you don't have nearly enough range for that one on Mr.
They
Jeans.
have to know there's a ward there now. Yep, there it goes.
Yep. Very nice.
Oh, what a spear. However, Kunkka being safe thanks to the Dawnbreaker, but still will go down. It's not gonna be enough. Benjaz pops the BKB. Needs to just run away now as his team not ready to fight. The Luna not in position, but she's wrapping around now. They will be able to drop the Eclipse right on top of him. Gardic has that Winner's Curse, but doesn't really know what to do with it. He can't connect onto anyone. El Misho just getting ran down. Boris, absolute beast here in this fight, but Widge is waiting for RDO right at that Remnant. Oh, wait, no, that's not. That wasn't even. That was
Nope. That was RDO, the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, it was the Drow Ranger.
No worries, man. But yeah, that team fight, the Ember Spirit chased Benjaz like way too far, like over here on the map. Right, you can't see pings because they broke that, right?
Yeah, just it's still an indie company. It's not a big deal.
All right. Maybe I can draw on the ground there, but yeah, the Benjaz, he ended up moving around the trees here, and Ember Spirit ended up wasting so much time trying to chase him and land the Searing Chains onto him, but the rest of the team just ended up getting torn apart. Because again, they can kind of just walk at the Drowned Rangers and do enough damage by yourself at the moment. So despite the fact that you took like an amazing start to that team fight, you got Mr. Jeans to begin with, you hadn't taken down like the biggest damage dealer, which of course is Boris, the most farmed hero in this game right now. He's the BKB of his own, so they thought, okay, great, we got one of their cores, but Luna's finally starting to come online. And I think they forgot about her because she wasn't a huge part of the fights prior to that, and she didn't have an amazing start to the game. But you leave Luna alone for any period of time, and she starts just popping off. And,
yeah, it felt like
now online.
He came in with that BKB and the Eclipse, and there was just no real answer. The only thing you could have done is gone for... Oh, we'll come back to that in a moment. As the X-Boat comes out, there's going to be the Global Silence as well. The damage isn't there. The arrow connects. Drow Ranger in trouble, but a huge Winner's Curse. The hammer from Benjaz, though, will be able to finish off the Drow Ranger, and she's going to go down. Now another X onto Gardic. This time... they've got Starbreaker there to clean her up. A nice arena combo. And on the backside, they actually managed to take down one as Analog's now looking for a second. Going to be Empyrean there on the Silencer. 2 dead. Vitaly and Benjaz fighting it out. He's going to be forced to BKB TP out, and he will make it.
Yep. Kunkka is already, arrow not quite on the mark there by El Misha, so he's going to get out of there on Mr. Oh, Slate Chains off the mark. You would have been able to catch him there, too.
Yeah, that was so close.
Yeah.
I mean, but all of these fights are happening without the Luna. Boris is just like, yeah, you guys got this. Like, I'm going to go farm top lane. No big deal. Up to 14,000 net worth, further increasing his lead as he's on his way to his IF Scotty.
Yep. But again, they are keeping this mid tower alive, but with the amount of pressure that they're putting on like this Drow Ranger, it's not really mattering. And Drow is going down again and again. She's only at, she's like 4,000 net worth behind this Luna. And she died just before she got her BKB again. It's like 200 gold off, and now she's almost got it. She just needs to clear out this one last ancient camp. But at this point, she's going to start to fall off with damage, right?
Yeah, that's so rough. I mean, the Drow is definitely favored as the game goes on. Like, in the late game, Drow will definitely beat the Luna. But you got to have the farm.
Mm-hmm. You do. I mean, if no heroes are on top of you, the Drow Ranger will beat the Luna in the late game. But Mr. Jeans, he's working at keeping Luna on top of the Drow Rangers. He's not going to go for like the farm, like the big damage build on this Kunkka. Instead, he's going for this Aghanim Scepter. So this man is about controlling up the enemy team in these fights and getting on top of the Drow Ranger, staying on top of her. So I think that'll prove a massive issue. I really like this build when you don't need damage. You have a big DPS hero like Luna.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Widge has really been doing sick stuff on that Marana, just like leaping after the Drow Ranger.
Yep.
Smoke up here from Hokori in the mid lane. They got a double damage popped on Mr. Jeans though, so this is a little sketch. And Widge, they will see him with the ward, open up right away with the gust, and Marana, her fate might be sealed. Global Silence comes through. Benjaz gets the stun onto the Mars, but he just BKB, drops the arena, traps 3 inside. Gardic's here with a Winner's Curse, but doesn't even need to use it. They melt one by one. The damage from the Drow, just way too much. BKB TP, not gonna happen as Benjaz catches that Winner's Curse. 4 heroes dead, about to be a 5th. And this is as bad as it gets for Simply TOOBASED.
Again, greedy with the BKB there on Luna. She didn't want to pop it immediately after that arena comes out, but there's no reason not to. This is the second time that Simply TOOBASED has done it, and they keep losing these fights off of it. Like, this spear ends up connecting with the Luna. The arrow comes out from the Rubik immediately after. You get no chance to get anything off there. Like, it only goes down to 6 seconds at 7 to begin with. Like, yes, if you can maximize your BKB time in the team fight, great, but hey, just get it off, man. Especially during the arena, because that's when the majority of the abilities are going to come out from Hokori. They don't seem to be able to winning these fights after the arena ends, so go for it, man.
You know, have an Aegis Drow. I mean, making it that much more difficult. She's back in this game, level 18. I mean, we can see on the graph what this fight has done. It has turned the XP advantage to the side of Hokori, and the gold, it's about to even up.
Yeah, it's starting to even up again. Just a 1K net worth advantage here. I do think
it goes down.
Yeah,
does drop 3 remnants for that though. So.
Yep. Does he have eggs yet? No, he's working on it still. So it won't be able to be as active for a little while. He's got an arcane rune bottled though, so you just pop that, get the back slightly faster. 300 gold off the eggs. That's going to be a pretty big pickup as well, even with the nerfs to the Ember Spirit. The active fire remnant now costs full mana, even with the Aghanim Scepter, and it's got a 0.1 second cast point now still. Lose Almisho again. He's been playing by himself a lot this game.
Yeah, he has. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try and just trade tier 1 towers here as top goes down. RDO grabs that one. Bottom, the side of Simply TOOBASED pushing here. Mr. Jeans does have his ags being delivered on the courier, but I think the same is to be said. Yeah, Ember Spirit buys his. It's now on the way.
Dire's bottom tower is no more.
Some big power spikes for both teams, but honestly, after that last fight, it's looking really good for Hokori, especially when you've got this Aegis to boot.
Yeah, we got it for another 3 minutes as well. I think they're just going to hold the triangle, try to put some pressure on these tier 2 towers, force Simply TOOBASED to fight into them. Right now, they're not really working on any like super big game-changing items, so they're more than happy to put the pressure on. While on TOOBASED, they still need the shard on Luna. She's working on her Hurricane Pike. You're working on Assault Cross on Dawnbreaker, because right now you're just getting melted by Drow Rangers piercing through your armor. And Kunkka did just finish his Aghanim Scepter, but he feels a little bit underwhelming right now until Luna's got a little bit more damage and like a crit or something. Yeah, shard just completed now on Luna. They still probably don't want to take a fight though. I think one more item on Luna and they'll be good to go.
They have a ward here scouting out Mr. Jeans. Yeah. No way out of that one. The Global Scions plus the Solar Guardian does come through, and Jeans, he might survive for the moment. Gets the boat off of the Torrent Storm. A lot of disruption here in the fight, but Benjaz, his BKB's been spent as well. The Searing Chains is there. They've got what they want. Boris, though, he's the big one. Can he come in and clean this up? He takes down the Ember. He's looking for more RDO. He's got a BKB and run, but he's got an Aegis. All right, looks like it can be done. Boris, this man does a lot of damage with that shard pickup. We saw specifically those glaives bouncing around, catching these heroes on the backside.
Yeah, the glaives did a crazy amount of damage in that team fight. I wonder if I can pull that up. That and the fact, I think 5 Lucent Beams ended up just melting this Ember Spirit, took him down from nearly full HP, 1700 damage on the Ember Spirit from the Luna. Almisho's caught out the Marana here.
Did he catch out the Marana, or did the Marana catch out Almisho? Well, he got the leap. It's a lot of charges available. Almost jumps into the arrow. He's got none left, but the TP is on the mark. So he was gonna be fine.
He's too good.
What a gamer.
Yeah, man makes the great escape. Got to get back now from Boris. I mean, even I have Scotty right now on Boris as well, so only range heroes are gonna get slowed up quite a bit.
I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, you're on.
I would say the fact that Lucent Beam applies the Eye of Scotty slow is so rough.
Yeah. And to hear like Drow Ranger, like that's your gap close, right?
Yeah.
Just showing it Drow Ranger by 50% after the stun for like a second is pretty crazy. But RDO didn't have enough damage to blow up the Dawnbreaker very quickly in that team fight, and it allowed to knock it on top of Luna. Luna kind of wrecked his team there, so extra DPS now for the Drow Ranger is going to be pretty important. The Chrysalis is really going to improve the damage that she does. And that's going to be coming up next year. I think you'll probably turn that one into a Silver Edge just for the extra attack speed, and like the invisibility is still very good, even if you're playing like against an amazing team. Like they're not always going to be carrying detection. Like a lot of the time, people are going to be 6 slotted and not have room for it at the end of the fight. So Silver Edge will probably come out not long after this Chrysalis from Drow Ranger. But yeah, one of the main reasons they, even though she was alive in that last team fight, she just couldn't put out enough DPS to take down the Dawnbreaker.
There's the Aegis reclaimed. Does manage to come across a Mindbreaker, but still gonna hold on to the Paladin Sword. Quite good. No, she's just queuing up the Daedalus, it looks like. She just wants big red number damage.
Come on, get the Silver Edge.
Ember manages to escape in the top lane there.
They did nerf the Silver Edge a little bit this patch, though. Damage and attack speed were reduced a little bit.
You know what I would like to see?
What?
Jungling.
You want jungling to come back? They keep on reducing the amount of XP camps give you, man. There's no way.
I know, I was joking. No, it's as much as I actually like jungling more than the stack meta, to be honest. I don't think camps should be allowed to be stacked more than once.
That's dangerous thinking there, Ricky.
Bottom lane, Mars gets the BKB off in time, and he turns around onto the Kunkka. The Global Silence there going to protect him once again. Benjaz pops that BKB, looking to get aggressive here, and it's Boris on the backside of the fight. He able to blink out on Elmisho. Nicely done from him, but Vitaly, pretty much the only casualty so far. Ember Spirit able to make it away, it looks like. Yeah, he's got plenty of distance. The Aghanim Scepter done.
Yeah. It looks so odd, him having a cast animation for that thing.
They saw Gardic go into the trees there. Boris will be able to stay on top of him. Yeah, that is a kill.
Yeah. He opted not to fly away with Arctic Burn. It was off of cooldown there. At least didn't activate it fast enough. Anyhow, I end up losing 2 there. I think he's been grouping people up so well with the spear in the arena. I think he just probably wants an Aghanim Shard right now on the Mars. But Draw Ranger wasn't ready to take that fight either. Again, not enough damage without this Silver Edge or Daedalus.
Woo. Drow catches a torrent. She's gonna have to BKB. She will.
Yep. She dies otherwise there.
Well, very low commitment there from the side of Sylvie TOOBASED, but you do at least get the boat cooldown, I suppose.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Boris doing Luna things, working on pressuring these towers. I mean, he's up to 2,200 net worth. He is so dang farmed now, and as he's closing in on his own Daedalus, which we've all seen what happens when Luna gets a Daedalus. So,
yep. Big red numbers.
Yeah, from like downtown too, like real downtown. 25 to 20, an 8K gold lead for the side of TOOBASED. I mean,
things have been swinging back in their favor, right? I mean, ever since like Luna started to come online a big way in these team fights. Again, Drow Ranger, if she can blow up these heroes slightly faster, she's going to be in a better place, but it's going to get more and more difficult. I mean, you have the evasion from the Heaven's Halberd on the Dawnbreaker. You're going to have the extra armor from the Plate Mail. You've got a lot to try to tear through here.
I'm trying to figure out which of his talents is actually better here. The Eclipse Lucent Mini Stun or the Lunar Blessing damage. I feel like, okay, I feel like the Mini Stun's too good against heroes like Ember Spirit.
It's like too good against everybody.
And he might get an Ags off of Roche eventually, right?
Yep. There's no fighting into Luna when she's got a BKB. Like, 35 damage isn't amazing.
Find Elmisho. Kunkka trying to get on top of the Drow Ranger. She's forced to try and run away here. But he catches her with that Torrent. Imperium inside this arena, but saved again for the moment. Now Vitaly will be able to finish him off backside of the fight. It's going to be Kunkka with a Torrent Storm. They get the Winter's Curse. A buyback in from the Silencer. He wants to rejoin this fight. Winter Wyvern. They don't really have detection quite yet, but Boris just runs after the Drow Ranger. He knows there's no BKB available, and Boris cleans him up. Buyback is available. Jeans pops his BKB, able to dodge out a lot of Analog's damage. He's silenced up. He doesn't have any mana left either. He's in a lot of trouble. Boris continuing the Lucent Beam spam and all the damage in the world. They take down 4 heroes here on the side of Hokori. Only really losing Empyrean.
I mean, they're all sitting at such low HP at the tail end of that team fight, and Mr. G just continuing to go, even though the bow buff had expired. He's sitting at absolutely no HP, but the 50% soul in the Drow Ranger and the fact that she's the only one really doing that much damage, and like Ember Spirit's on the other side of the team fight trying to clean up the supports, but not really doing enough single target damage in order to burn anybody down, makes me kind of worried. I don't know what your options are at this point on Hokori.
It was honestly it was such a sick play by the Kunkka. He just ran at the Drow Ranger at the start of the fight, like Mr. Jeans, like just wanted to force that BKB before the fight really even started. And as soon as he got it, Boris just was like, all right, I have one target in mind.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you're making these fights way too easy for them. They only have to run at the Drow Ranger here. The Ember Spirit absolutely does not do enough damage by himself. So if you're running at the Drow Ranger, she's forced to walk away from you because she doesn't want to trade with you. Like, in her face, she doesn't have the marksmanship at that point. If there's any hero within 400 range of you, you're not hitting for nearly as much as you normally would be. So just walking at the Drow Ranger is enough, and that is a massive issue in these fights.
They're about to have Tidal Wave. The full-on water Pokemon build for Kunkka is coming online.
Immortality.
It better go to Mr. Jeans.
Yeah, Mr. Jeans Water World.
I used to call it the Blastoise build, dude, because it's just like, you know.
Like it. Yeah.
Give it
like
to him. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm a fan of the Water World build though too. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Mr. Jeans Wacky Water World.
Welcome to my water park where nothing is safe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, they can't push the high ground just yet. I mean, you do have the A's, but you're not looking to waste this one. Couldn't quite throw him up onto the high ground there. Needs that extra telekinesis land distance before he's able to pull that one off.
Analog is just kind of, I guess he's just trying to get to his level 25, farm up some items. Cutting waves as well. You know, he's just doing Ember Spirit things.
Does have Assange for extra damage. He doesn't have nearly enough damage in these fights because, again, the only person they took down was a silencer while like multiple people ran at the Drow Ranger.
They don't really have an instant disable outside of like Mirana like leaping in for Yules, right? And that's about it.
So they don't have a way of stopping Analog from doing this, but they can continue to outfarm Analog and RDO. Speaking of, I think he needs to farm himself up some neutral items here. Tier 4s just ended up spawning. They found most of them now on the side of simply TOOBASED.
Oh, they got a Timeless Relic. That is pretty sick.
Yeah.
They do have a leveler for the Drow at least, which is not bad.
You need the Timeless Relic to Kunkka?
I'd give it to Silencer. 25% global silence duration? That seems pretty good.
Yeah, but 25% extra Wacky Water World.
That is true. Wacky Water World would be way cooler. Bottom lane, Vitali experiencing it firsthand here as the BKB can try and TP home, but I don't think he wants to commit it. El Misho throwing his own tidal wave from downtown. There's going to be the torrent into the boat, and Vitali forced to finally BKB and get out of here.
He didn't activate the Torrent Storm, but you don't really want to put that one on cooldown, looks like. Yeah, everybody is going to get out. Meanwhile, inside the enemy team's triangle, Analog getting run down by Wish.
Finally found him. Just some harassment damage. He knows he's safe. He saw all these heroes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really depressing thing, though. The fact that you were once so farmed, now Mirana can just kind of walk at you and stop you from doing the things you want. You don't do enough single target damage here at almost 40 minutes in the game to do the 1900 damage to Mirana. You're just forced to run away.
The distance that this tidal wave goes from LV show is hilarious. And he finds a telescope, even better. Look at this thing. Look at it.
You love to come on. Equip the telescope.
It goes like 1,600 units. Mid lane, Mars drops and Rita just to try and keep himself alive, but he gets yoinked back out of it for a moment. Stunned up into an arrow. Mars falling low. The Cold Embrace might actually backfire here. Doesn't have the BKB though, and Luna gonna lose her Aegis here.
Is he gonna try to pull him in with the tidal wave?
Yeah, he definitely was. El Misho at least gets the BKB out of it.
Nice try.
Now, does tidal wave keep you in it the whole time, or can it only last 1.25 seconds?
It can only last that long.
Or
longer if you've got debuff duration.
Man, that would be so funny.
Yeah.
This thing is screen wide. It is actually. I mean, for El Misho, it's more than that. But we're zoomed out, and this thing covers the whole screen.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
This dude's the tsunami maker, man.
Yeah. There's a good chunk of damage as well.
Thanks. Haste.
Haster in here picked up. Satanic finished on the Luna. That is a very big item. Vitali's going to walk up onto the high ground. He jumps in right away. The Global Science comes out. He gets the BKB, but he doesn't have an arena. It's still on cooldown. Jeans, he's trying to get on top of the Drow Ranger, but not going to find him. Analog on the backside finds a silencer. There's the Solar Guardian, keeping him alive, just barely right into a stun. Ember Spirit goes down. They trade 1 for 1, but the Luna, she wants in. Not going to be able to stay on top of the Drow Ranger. They will take down this... And they take down the Winter Wyvern, it seems. That's not bad.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern is very important for defending the high ground as well. Need to be able to drop Winter Curse on people or threaten. If Luna's sitting beside anybody, you want to be able to kill those targets. So you might just have to buy back right now on the Winter Wyvern. Ember Spirit still doesn't have it available. End up buying it before that team fight. Before the Kaya Sanj, or sorry, Sanj Kaya.
It's so funny. Oh, I just enjoy watching this. It's fun. Oh, what a Yule's arrow setup. The tidal wave actually kind of backfiring there. BKB pop from Boris, but ends up taking him down with 1 more glaive. But Winter's Curse out onto the Dawnbreaker does end up catching Luna as well. The 2-man spear holding them in place. They got to get out of here. Luna does have a Satanic with telekinesis. Can she keep herself alive? No, she gets stunned down. Perfectly layered spells there. Benjaz?
Oh, not quite enough damage. She did end up going for the Silver Edge instead of the Daedalus, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. Good call. I was with you on it. I liked the Silver Edge quite a bit.
The invisibility factor and the guaranteed crit. The break isn't super important in this game, but I still think it's a pretty solid item. But that was so close to going down there. I'm telling you, that was the 8 damage nerf right there. An extra 8 damage that Luna would have died. Probably, maybe. Probably not.
Wait, the Luna? You mean Dawnbreaker?
Oh, sorry, yeah, Dawnbreaker. Luna definitely did die.
I was like, Luna is still dead.
Yeah. They did end up going for the Aghanim Shard on the Mars, by the way. So
yeah,
that one was
that double spear was huge.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty easy to line those ones up with a Winter Curse to set it, too.
Mars has a Satanic of his own. All right, a nice way out of the Global Silence without having to commit the BKB.
Yep. Because that's the thing, every time he arenas or gets in position for arena, the Empyrean pops the Global Silence, so we counter it out. But pretty low cooldown on the Global now. 82 seconds, think the Spell Prism.
Good find.
Well, I'm feeling more confident after the Luna has gone down, but still, they're not able to take any objectives off of this, it looks like. They might get this tier 2 tower. I think they put themselves in position to chase after they take this one down. All right, never mind.
They're top on 2. I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Mr. Jean's going for the refresher, the ultimate water-based spell casting. I don't know. He becomes a water bender at this point.
Yeah.
He's basically the Avatar.
It does end up costing a lot of mana. He just needs that extra Torrent Stun knockup that you get at level 27. He's got the Flicker instead of the Spell Prism, though. Boo!
I mean, the Spell Prism for Silencer is pretty important, though.
Yep.
Ooh, Mr. Jean's walking right up into the danger zone, gets telekinesis spear, and comes a Solar Guardian, plus the Global Science. Can he keep himself alive? They want to get on top of the Drow. She gets the BKB off. The disarms are there, but she is out. Mr. Jeans, he's dropped his whole kit. He's got to survive, but it doesn't look like he can do it. There's going to be the Winter's Curse, giving him a little bit of space. Vitaly ends up just getting melted as Boris. He comes in, grabs a double kill. In the backside of the fight, they catch the Ember. Analog trying to run away, but it's not going to last as Jeans manages to keep alive in this fight, just barely.
Yeah, it was too difficult to bring down with that boat buff, with the extra armor that he's got from the armlet, from the Shiva's Guard, the 25% evasion from the Heaven's Halberd. Drow Ranger tried to get on top of him, but she just was not putting the damage in. And, I mean, this hero is pumping out a lot of damage. You got to be pretty concerned at this point. I'm not sure what your next item is here. She's got the Eye of Scotty queued up, and yes, that'll slow down the Luna, make it more difficult for her to approach you, but it's not going to help you blow up the heroes faster, and that's what you need right now. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe pick up a Divine Rapier or something like that. I'm not sure. but you're not doing enough damage.
Yeah, it really does feel that way. This is kind of the problem with the Drow Ranger. She is so item dependent, and if you fall behind, it just feels so sad. But yeah, Boris not having that problem is he is at 35,000 net worth now, or 34,000 net worth. Sorry, approaching his. Gosh, what does he buy? He's just sitting on 6,500 gold in the bank. You could just buy out the Ags, honestly.
You could get bots too. Moonshard. You've got options. I think you'll just wait for eggs from the Roche here, which is going to respawn the next minute.
Don't you just like sell your boots and buy like a movement item or like a damage item that gives movement speed at that point? Like, wouldn't Sanj and Yasha be better than boots?
Yeah, probably.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
7,200 gold. Yeah, this man, he is he's got a bank in his pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up. I don't know, man. I think I
think Axe Blessing is so sick.
You just take it from Roshan. Maybe they want to give it to somebody else, though. It is, if you can get your level 25 on Empyrean, the last word mute is pretty good, and I don't think he's going to be able to farm that gold himself, so you could just say that for him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that free Aghanim Scepter going to us. I mean, honestly, going on to Benjaz, the Solar Guardian healing, plus the additional duration and the evasion that it gives allies is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like, against Drow Ranger, evasion's not amazing because of the way marksmanship works, but it still keeps you pretty healthy. Roshan respawns here. Boris just gonna walk right on in, and Dire, they have some vision of this. They know that this has got to be happening. The Remnant doesn't provide vision into the Roche pit anymore, right?
No.
Oh, they're going on the backside. They managed to get a mini stun there onto the Mars. Mirana's dead. Just quickly destroyed there by RDO. There's going to be the winner's curse, but the duration not going to last that long. In comes the Solar Guardian. Benjaz trying to top them off. Boris, he's got everything still available. They get a return loose Eclipse, actually, but RDO just clapped on the backside of the fight. He's falling so low. Can Benjaz finish him off? He's able to keep him alive with the Cold Embrace, but Boris can't get out of the pit at all. He blinks up to the high ground, and RDO's going to survive. Benjaz goes down. And now Boris in a rough spot, still has the BKB, Satanic, and the Eclipse. His whole kit still available.
I think he needs to just get back Satanic something to heal back up to full. He doesn't want to get stunned up.
Ooh.
He tried to hit somebody inside the pit, but he was wrong.
He didn't get any health at all there.
No, he missed the Centaurs as well. Thankfully, he could a little bit back up, but it looks like they're not going to be able to take this fight. Vitaly's sitting inside the pit. He's waiting for somebody to come in so he can just hit him with a spear on the side.
He's hiding in the spot where you don't see them if you turn the corner. Very close game here, despite a 22 net worth advantage.
Oh my god, they're going to go. They're going to get away with this.
They are taking it. It's got a refresher. That is huge. They're going to grab the Roche. Aegis Cheese Refresher all picked up by the Drow Ranger, and a quick pause as Analog has to DC for a moment, it would seem.
Oh boy. All right, let's take a quick look at all this going on. So we did end up swapping the power treads away. He's got the Aghanim Scepter in his inventory at the moment. He's going to upgrade that to an Aghanim Blessing as soon as he's got money for buyback, but he's got so much gold, his buyback is pretty expensive here on the Luna. I know. I think a movement speed item is pretty important, and Drow Ranger is actually looking. Well, she was looking to counter out the Luna in that way. She's going to get herself an Eye of Scotty earlier, but now she's got a Swift Blink queued up, and this is probably your next best bet for damage item. The Blink Dagger was so important in that last fight. Then you reposition him when the Dawnbreaker was on top of you, thanks to that Cold Embrace.
Yeah, that was so huge.
I think you would have lost the game right there if you had like a Cloak of Flames or something like that on Benjaz and you were disabling the Blink Dagger. But because you weren't doing any damage to the Drow Ranger through that Cold Embrace, she was able to blink back the moment it ended.
I saw the blink without even realizing RDO like had a Blink Dagger, and I was like, did I just see that right? And I like clicked the Drow Ranger. Yeah, that was, like you said, very important that they had no other sources of magic damage on that Drow Ranger in that fight. Like, even a Spirit Vessel, right? Like, that would have been it. But that fight started with RDO just, like, three-shotting the Mirana.
Yeah. Mirana not really having much armor to work with here.
But where are they putting the refresher? My guess would be the Ember Spirit. It is. Yeah. Okay. That is quite good.
10 charges of the Fire Remnant.
Plus all the extra sleight of fist. I mean, it's so good. Like, you just go ham. You've got the shard as well. You basically are going to work with like 12 remnants in the fight. It's so much fun.
Yeah. You can do an insane amount of damage. So yeah, I'm surprised you didn't throw the Aghanim Shard or the Fire Remnant inside the pit. It's like a great zoning tool if the enemies are trying to aggro Roshan. You have it. It does burn you down pretty quickly. It's 45 damage a second.
Invisibility.
I feel like there was like a thing when they introduced these initially where they also granted vision, right?
I think so. And then like, wait, we removed that for a reason.
Yeah, I feel like I think that was the case. They like added vision to them, but I might just be thinking of the Earth Spirit Shard. I'm not really sure.
That one still gives you vision.
Yeah, I know that one does.
Yeah. They've reduced the amount of vision that one gives you though.
Yeah, wasn't it like 600 at one point?
No, it wasn't that bad.
I feel like it was close to 600, man. It felt really strong. Oh no, it's TA traps that are 600.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They do a lot of damage as well. And I can silence you if you get the shard. I think TA is just neat.
Yeah, real neat hero.
She's neat. Wish.
Trying to find heroes here, but don't connect onto anything.
Yeah. I mean, you want to make a play in the next probably 2 minutes. I think maybe you Drownings should want to finish up the Swift Blink before they go high ground, but I don't think it's going to make like such a massive difference that you should like delay your entire push around it. BKB on Ember Spirit is pretty important though.
Vitali getting punished here by Boris in the mid lane. About to hit level 30, which at this point, I mean, the extra 35 damage is kind of nice, but it's not like a game-changing thing like how level 30 used to be. He is going to go for the refresher here, so double
clips, double BKB.
Yeah, I like to refer to it as the orbital cannon at this stage of the game. Top lane, they do manage to find Empyrean here, and Mr. Jeans, he's coming in as well with the Solar Guardian there from Benjaz, trying to get on top of Vitali. They are doing it, but they are kind of alone. Boris on the backside of the fight, trying to keep away from Gardic, does not want to catch this Winter's Curse. RDO, he just comes in. Boris, he's got to be careful, still protected by the Moonlight Shadow. They don't have the gem on top of him. Widge comes in, gets the Yules, but he catches the Slight Chains, and to try and save his boy, he's going to pay for it. Oh, those Elmishos. I was like, what?
Wait, how the... Oh, yeah.
He has the Ag Solar Guardian, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, did he cancel? You can't cancel that.
No, you can't cancel. Once you start, you have committed.
Yeah. I've seen many a mistake where they go, oh god, why did I come to this? The situation can escalate quite a bit.
It is a 15k gold lead here for Simply TOOBASED, and it is Hokori that is knocking on the high ground, trying to close this one out. Vitali gonna take a lot of harassment here. Does have his BKB and Satanic available though. Oh, pulling him in with that tidal wave, but again, very tanky. I feel like they've got to kill Vitali here, but seems borderline impossible apparently. And he's back to full health. Good old Satanic God's Rebuke.
I'm gonna need to close my window. Give me a moment.
Yeah, no worries. As of right now, I mean, it's getting increasingly difficult, it seems, for the side of Simply TOOBASED to try and close out this game. Going high ground against a Drow, Winter Wyvern, and a Mars is never fun. And they haven't really been able to get more than this first Rax in the mid lane than they got quite a while ago. Overall blink completed here on Mr. Jeans. What do we have here on El Misho? Going for a refresher. All right, that's sick. I like that. Smoke up here from TOOBASED.
All right, yeah. Refresher Orb, I do like. I mean, if he can steal the Luna ultimate, I think that's what he's going for. it is pretty easy to steal when you have the amount of cast range that he has. He's got the Timeless Relic as well. It is going to do so goddamn much damage in these fights if he can get it.
Oh, Mr. Jeans, he just runs right in. They're going to have Benjaz to follow. The question is, do they have the damage? Is just kind of zoning everything out. There's going to be the Global Silence. Boris, he wants to find the Drow, and Jeans taking a lot of damage so far. Benjaz kind of just stuck inside the base. I think they're just like, guys, why are we here? They go to leave, but it might backfire. Benjaz forced to BKB. Amisho comes in. There's the Winter's Curse onto the Kunkka. They're stunned in place. This is not what you want to be. Mr. Jeans goes down, but Boris turns it around with the Eclipse, just taking him down one by one. Drow able to make it up onto the high ground, but Gardic only alive thanks to this Cold Embrace, but it's not going to last forever. They buy back on the Mars, coming back into the game. They take down 2 more. Benjaz, that's going to be a dieback as well. They find Widge. Boris, though, he's the big kill, and he shatters there as they have absolutely overextended. An ultra kill going the way of RDO.
Yeah, a dieback there. I mean, RDO managed to get out of that one yet again. I mean, they're trying so hard to clean out of the Drow Ranger now, but they're finally doing a good job of keeping her alive in these fights. The Silver Edge and the Swift Blank just putting in work here. Again, kind of playing sacrificial lamb on the rest of these heroes here, but for 96 seconds now in the dump break, they're going to try to close this thing out. Like, you need to try to force the Luna buyback. This is your win condition now.
Honestly, like, if I'm Luna, I would buy Swift Blink over these power treads.
Yeah.
I feel like not having the mobility is really killing you in these fights. And, you know, that 7K in the bank is just not helpful.
Yeah, there's all sorts of like ways that they're zoning the enemies from controlling certain areas in the team fights, though. Like, Amisha's been doing a great job of stealing the Soul Gradient from the Dawnbreaker.
Oh, the catch RDO with the arrow is the damage there. Dawnbreaker comes in, but there's no Luna. She buybacks way too late, and Drow, she pops the BKB. She is out, and the rest of your team falling inside the base. That dieback there on Widge. Some miscommunications, maybe. Like, did they just think RDO couldn't die? I don't know. He just gets the cheese. The DD's already there. They're going to come right back.
Yeah, and there's no way they're going to be able to prevent RDO from taking the high ground here with his double damage rune. Amisha's got the Solar Guardian as well, so he's got the extra evasion. If the Luna tries to come onto him and fight, you have no way to pierce the evasion on the Luna either. Like, this is just going to be massive area denial between the zoning that this that Vitaly is offering here, and between the ultimates that you keep stealing here on Amisha. Yeah, they have to give up this tier 2 tower as well. They can't actually fight into this. If they try to commit onto the Drow Ranger, this is the Solar Guardian with the extra evasion.
It's just too much. Boris, he just doesn't have the damage from this Lucent Beam. Like, Vitaly has just become so dang tanky, and Drow, an impossible hero to get on top of. They smoke up on the backside. They've got to get something, but they're out of gas here, it seems, on TOOBASED. Is Hokori have now taken the gold lead.
That should help.
Boris, he's getting scouted out.
They see him. A big gust comes out. Drow Ranger does need to be careful. Benjaz trying to close the gap. Nice Force Staff away. Has Swift Blink in one. She's going to be fine. Global Silence even committed as Mr. Jeans looking to get on top of the Winter Wyvern, but going to be safe thanks to the Solar Crest. Torrent Storm coming through, trying to find these kills. Even the Tidal Wave, they've got nothing. And on the backside, it's just Benjaz getting crushed by 3 heroes here of Hokori, trying to get out of this arena, but not going to be able to do it. They do take down Vitaly thanks to that Eclipse.
He got the Eclipse.
He stole it?
Eclipse on Rubik. Yeah.
Oh, they catch Drow. She didn't BKB.
No, they can fight this.
They can. El Misho, he's going to drop it. The Eclipse comes out. The damage is there, but now the Boris Luna, she's forced to pop the Satanic for the damage in from Mario. It's way too much. It's a dieback. Imperia goes down, and now Mr. Jeans coming in too late here with that halberd. 4 heroes dead without buyback, and Hokori have taken game number 1.
They just call it. They didn't realize the Rubik could do that kind of damage, but he's got the Timeless Relic. He's got the Arcane Supremacy, and he already hit 25 for the extra stolen Spell Amp. In that fight, I can't pull it up. He had to have done just like, I think like 3,000 damage to that Dawnbreaker instantly there. And at the moment they tried to like come back into the fight and continue to chase the Drow in those trees, they entered the range of that Eclipse.
It was actually way more than 3,000 damage.
Around.
It was way more than 3,000 damage. He did like almost 8. According to the fight recap, it's roughly almost 8k damage.
Oh my god. But yeah, giving that up was like the last mistake they could have made that game. Boris had bought back into the game. There's no way they were going to be able to fight that at that point. And things looked kind of sketchy for a while. They just ran at RDO, but eventually they got these tools. Vitaly's positioning was amazing. Gardic, he managed to turn these fights around and set up amazing spears for Vitaly as well with these winter curses. And El Misha with these steals in the Solar Garden once he had this Aghanim Scepter completed as well. Like at that point, you like couldn't sit there and trade with him. It was too difficult. So well played by Hokori taking that one late. I was a little bit concerned for them, but it's like you mentioned, Drow Ranger ended up doing a lot of damage, and once you had those saving tools there,
yeah, they have the way better. They have the way better late game matchups here, and Simply TOOBASED just simply missed their timing. They had to close this one out maybe 15 minutes earlier, because taking late game Luna into Drow is impossible. You're never gonna win that matchup unless like you have this like Aghanim Scepter refresher blink dagger type of thing where you just get on top of the Drow and kill her. But like you said, El Misho and Gardic did a great job at keeping this Drow alive.
There was a couple times where things looked very sketchy towards the end there. I mean, Drow Ranger getting that blink off when Benjaz committed onto him super hard, didn't do any magic damage. I think the game could have ended right there.
Yeah.
So if he disabled the blink. Yeah.
Man, such a good game. Love to see it. We got one more here. We are halfway through the day now officially. We've got another series after this, but we're going to go to a quick break before we go into game number 2 here of Simply TOOBASED and Hokori. So stay tuned, everyone, for more here on Beyond the Summit. It's the Pro Series Season 9. We'll see you in a bit.